This is the ocean where it's all blue and healthy because the motion in the ocean, the currents and the wind and the salt. So it's not idle. It's like the lungs when you're breathing freely, all healthy, yeah? Here over here, we got a stagnant water system, which is foul, and it's kind of a closed, stagnant system, kind of like the lungs potentially if a person wears a mask day after day after day, month after month. So you can tell it's nasty, smells foul, and it's, you know, festering. So I think this is a good analogy of what might be going on with folks that are required to wear a mask if they get some type of, you know, chest cold, when your body produces fluid to flush out any, you know, any poison from chemicals or any virus or whatever. If your body's starting to produce fluid, pneumonia, trying to flush it out, that's the body's natural response. To hinder that ability and to put a, you know, suffocation mask on the lungs when you're trying to cough and you can't, and you have a mask on, so the fluid, the body's trying to cough out the nasty fluid, but it can't because the mask is on, and it's like creates a stale, stagnant environment where it can fester and get worse. So that's the problem. You got people going to the hospital having breathing problems, probably caused by the mask, because if you get the body wants to detox and clear out mucus out of the lungs often. You know, it's the natural response, whether it's sugar, dairy in the diet, stuff like that will cause phlegm and mucus you want to cough out. But if you don't cough that stuff out and you hinder that ability and you wear a mask month after month, then that stuff can stay in the lungs and fester and get worse, and that can cause breathing problems and stuff. Looking back at the ocean, it's perfectly blue and wonderful because there's flow. Everything in nature has flow, wind, current. The body, you know, breathing this flow. When you breathe, that oxygen comes in and actually cleanses the blood. So breathing freely is actually a natural detoxing way to cleanse the body. But if you're eating a bad diet and, you know, there's toxins in your blood and stuff, your body needs to breathe to flush those toxins out. You know, and then when you breathe, and it's like a healing, cleansing thing all the time. But when you hinder the body's ability to breathe and flush out the toxins, that's just a recipe for sickness. So think about a car, for example. If you put a mask covering over the air filter intake, you're going to hinder that car's performance. So thank God people out here aren't wearing masks. They have common sense. They're out here in the sunshine, breathing the fresh air, you know. So another analogy is if you got if you get an infection on your contact in your eye, what would make sense? To put an eye patch over the infection, where the infection could fester and get worse, or take out the contact, take off the covering, let it breathe, and, you know, then it'll heal. You know, sometimes people in stale, stagnant air, they've known for years indoor pollution causes pneumonia. You know, because all pneumonia is just fluid in the lungs trying to flush out something. Kind of like if your eyes start tearing up to try and flush something out of the eyes. It's your body's natural response to flush it out. So you want to kind of get moving and just let your body cough it out. Like, you know, not around people, whatever, maybe out in nature, in the toilet, whatever, just cough it out and just get that body flushing it out with the fluids. So again, if you have an infection, you don't cover it. If you had an ear infection, would you, with the earwax ear infection on there, would you put earplugs in and cover it where it gets worse, or pull out the earwax and let it breathe and heal? So again, if people are indoors and they're just like not feeling well, sometimes they're like, hey, just go out and get a breath of fresh air and you feel good. So this whole mass mandate to hinder the lungs, try to get them all nasty, and try to tell people stay indoors. And then where they know it causes pneumonia, like mold indoors can cause pneumonia. The slime inside the shower, bad water, you know, if you're taking a shower and breathing the steam from the water. And especially if you're connected to a water system that basically, if they close down the businesses, all of a sudden, a large majority of the water system that you're connected to is stagnant and idle. And really when water stands too long, it starts to stench, you know, and get nasty. So these hotels that are shut down, the water hasn't been moving for a couple months, it's nasty, bad water. So they need to flush that stuff out and wear super high grade, you know, masks that are designed for that while it's going on, and or you can get. So anyway, yeah, you know, some things to think about. If you're sick and you're coughing, get outside, get exercising, get some hydration. You know, eat healthy, drink some tea, breathe in the steam from the natural herbal tea. Sunshine, vitamin D, that helps. And